happy magical Monday as we come into this really beautiful week. I am your host, Michelle, and I am here tonight with the Living Magically podcast. And as always, this week we are going to talk about what's going on in the energy of the world, in the atmosphere, in the astrology. And I'm super excited to be actually coming to you live and from home. Thank you so much to all the people in Soul Circle who watched all the recordings this month. And we're actually doing this one live, and I'm excited to be back. I just spent an entire month touring through my beautiful, beloved, favorite country other than America, Egypt. And I've got to tell you, as always, I feel transformed. And I know April has some extreme energies. It had solar eclipses, great American eclipses. It had Taurus conjunct Uranus and so many big things. And here we are on the dark moon. Today is the dark moon right before the new moon in Taurus. So we're going to see this final opportunity for this transformation. The good news is that all of the jarring energy of April is coming to a close. We have navigated through the big juxtaposition that happened. We have burned it all down with our Phoenix energy. We have decided what we no longer want. And here we are in the sweet spot. April was a bit, like I said, jarring, transformative. We'll even call it beautiful. And now we're at an opportunity to move into what it is we're going to create. So we take this release that we've just had, and today might be that last day of releasing, depending on whether you're watching this live on Monday, whether you're watching this on Tuesday. There's the new moon, but the new moon isn't until Tuesday night, Eastern time. So if you are seeing this on Tuesday, you still might be in that final piece of letting go of who you've been to become who you are meant to be. That's really the astrology, is the becoming. Taurus is in seasons. We have the Taurus sun, we have the Taurus moon, and we have multiple other planets in Taurus, like Jupiter, for not much longer. And we also have Venus. So we have this lovely multiple Taurian energy thing going on right now. It's a super moon, so the new moon tomorrow is actually a super moon, and it really is going to dominate the energy this entire week. And think about this as an opportunity to get really clear on action, gentle, loving, because Taurus is slow and steady wins the race. Time to place into action all of those things. And if you are wanting to do work for money, like there is nothing a Taurus likes better than money. A Taurian energy likes good old-fashioned, cold hard cash. It likes luxury. It likes making money. It likes business. It likes health. It likes good food. It likes taking care of yourself. And it loves things like beautiful surroundings. So what are you doing with your home? What are you doing with your body? What are you doing with love? So if you are wanting to call in new clients, wanting to start a new business, get better with your business, just put more emphasis, calling in new clients, new opportunities. It's even a great time to start looking for a job if you're more on the traditional job role. So this is a wonderful week. I I've been looking forward to this as sort of a pregnant pause from the intensity. This is where we actually get to sit down and truly enjoy it. So this is the time. Now is what we've kind of worked all the way through April for. We're here now. So you might see momentum. You might create momentum. You might feel very creative. So this is what's happening, and I'm feeling very creative. We have we have some really wonderful offerings starting. Today is the first day of my Inner Genius Train Your Brain class, where we look at how the Akashic Records and natural laws actually work together so you can build on something. It's a 6 week class that we're going to be running in May and through June. So whether you're watching this right now or you're watching this on replay, you could still get in. This will probably be the last couple of days to join that class. It's an amazing class. It's all new material. We were at the Sphinx and we had this, Merce and I had this drop in of energy directly from the Akashic Records. And if you've ever seen the Sphinx or heard about it, there is a lot of belief that the coding of the Akashic Records is there, that there's things that are buried underneath this location. And even we got to work behind the tail of the Sphinx with that root, tap root into Mama Earth, into the planet, into the real knowledge that is there. Anytime you go to Egypt, there are codes just waiting to be activated within you. So we had some profound downloads and some things we'll be bringing to you. The thing I want to share with you tonight is this moment of aha that I had in the Isis temple at Philae. And I just want to share that I was given some knowledge as I was connecting with Isis, as I was connecting with the feminine divine when I was there. And there was a couple of big messages. And the first one was that we're enough. You do not have to become more. You are not broken. You are whole. And I thought that was interesting because I actually pulled the wholeness card when I was pulling my cards for this week. So I just want to remind you, you are enough and you are whole. That became a theme for the entire month, and I'm bringing that into May with me. Is the ongoing theme of you do not have to become something, but you get to receive it. You do not have to do anything, but remember that you're safe, and remember that you're open, and remember that you're enough, and remember that you're worthy. Those activation codes came through loud and clear as the messages as we traveled through this holy land. I also, being so close to everything that is going on in the Middle East, I just wanted to thank my guides, both the spiritual guides and my physical guides, the people who were running the tour, Rima and Noha and Hatem, for actually creating such an incredible journey. And again, on this journey, one of the things that I channeled was the fact that we need to hold ourselves in a bubble of light. When you start creating a ball of light around you, you actually feel this ball of light, and I see it as at the edge of your fingertips and above you and below you and in front of you, and making sure that that is included behind you. You start holding a frequency, and in this frequency of enoughness, in this frequency of wholeness, you share the energy of love. So as you're starting to project love out of your big, beautiful heart, and start, instead of thinking with your big, beautiful brain, you're creating your own frequency from your big, beautiful heart. When we heal that heart, when we feel ourselves in wholeness, we can hold a bubble of light. And when we hold that bubble of light and that transmission of love and that transmission of enough, we start actually changing the frequency of the planet. And there's a big opportunity right now for the split. I know it's an election year. I know that things are going crazy on social media and big media, but I'm very clearly given a message for humanity that we have not lost the spiritual war. We have not lost the big war. We are on a trajectory of 1,000 years of peace. And the only way we're going to do that is as a group consciousness, to choose love, to choose peace in our own heart, to choose to forgive, to choose to accept, to choose wholeness, and to choose love. That was a prevalent message that went very, very deep into my mind, into my cells, into my bones, and then we shared that into the grid lines everywhere we went. And if that's the kind of work you want to do, this is the perfect and profound time with the Taurus New Moon. That upgrade. So we spend a lot of time in theta healing and other shadow work, letting go of things and releasing. And I 100% believe in that all the time. Healing is necessary. I also was given the most profoundness that it is time now to create. It is not as much about changing all of these codes as collecting the upgrade codes. It is now time to be connecting to your millionaire codes, be connecting to your goddess codes, be connecting to your God codes, be connected to the codes of abundance and peace and upgrade. It is absolutely, now that we've burned it all down, time for you to start claiming and growing and becoming, and more important, allowing your greatness. You are already whole, you are already enough, and it needs to be safe to receive. And so it's time now to receive. It's time now to create. It's time now to be and to go do. And there's nothing holding us back now. We are already in the frequency and the timeline of New Earth. If you're watching this, you're going to watch as some people slip down into the 3D more and more and away from the timeline of New Earth. That split is happening. Those who choose joy timeline, bliss timeline, are going to have more joy, more love, more bliss. And that's the people who are listening to this. You already have chosen if you're here. And so if that is the case, do not get tied up in the lower dimensional frequencies. Keep bringing yourself to, I'm on the joy timeline. I'm on the peace timeline. I'm being activated and I am creating. And if you want to see me, if you happen to live in Central Florida, we have a Beltane Bliss Egyptian oil temple tomorrow. I'm super excited. I brought some new gods and goddess oils from Egypt. I'm super excited to get them on. I'm going to be working with my beautiful friend Patrick, and we're going to have this lovely oil temple where we anoint with Egyptian gods and goddess oils. And then he's created a Beltane sound healing for us, and that's on Tuesday for the new moon. If not, I do highly suggest on Tuesday night or Wednesday that you create your magical lists, light your candles, set your intentions for this new moon because it is a lovely moon. Mercury's out of retrograde. We have some real forward motion going on, and it is an opportunity for us to create in the energy of love and beauty. It's all ruled by Venus, and Venus loves love. So I've been feeling what I call the I love you bands, where I've just been in love with everyone and everybody. And so give that love and appreciation to everyone you know. Share in this 2 weeks of creative energy. It's really beautiful. The next 2 weeks have a lot of sweet spot energy. It's one of the loveliest parts of the entire year. It has that sowing the seeds, creating the garden, planting the garden, but it also has the luxury of good food, good home, good friends, good family. And if you're, like I said, if you're doing work or money magic or love magic, now is the perfect time to get those things together. In fact, Friday is a lovely day for anyone wanting to do some calling in of a soulmate or a soul partner. This is a good weekend to be doing those kind of workings. Um, might be time to actually go out and do things though. There is something about the doing, taking action that this particular new moon has to offer. If there's something you truly have been desiring, speak it into being, write it into being, take a little action on it. Even if it's just something you've really, really wanted and you need to make a phone call toward finding out more about it or sending that email, or there's been something you've been wanting to do and you just have to take that very first step. And what I will call this is a sacred commitment, something that really tells the the universal life force energy and your soul and your evolution, this is the journey. I'm no longer holding back. It's time to take some kind of like, I don't want to say risky step. I feel like it's more like that step where you're like, I've been wanting to do this and I've been putting it off. Maybe I've been procrastinating, or maybe I've been waiting for the right time. This is it. This is the right time. And on that note, I am actually launching the information to go to my sacred Egyptian journey with me in 2025. As you know, my trip to England this year, it sold out before it ever hit the internet. I 100% know this particular trip is going to sell out. I have 20 slots available to go with me and Marissa, Noha, and Hatem as we do a most magnificent journey into the sacred temples and lands of Egypt. And I'm doing something a little bit out there in that I am getting 6 private visits, which is unheard of. Most, even spiritual tours with a little bit that are a little bit more expensive, only do 3, sometimes 4 of these private visits. And I am putting my money where my mouth is and actually sharing, instead of making a big profit on this particular journey, I am adding in all of the sites. So it's literally my dream trip to Egypt. And if you want more information, we'll drop the link. It's coming out right now. This is the beginning of the beginning. And I already have deposits without even giving this information. I have already started receiving people who are interested. So if you want to be one of these particular people that are going on this magical journey with me, please sign up right away. We have a year and a half to make payments and to do a payment plan, but this might be the best journey I have ever created. I spent an entire week in Egypt planning, asking all the questions, making sure that this was my personal dream trip, and then I made sure that every single thing was just perfect for you. So I invite you to look at our sales page, our itinerary, and if you would like to talk to me about it more, we'll do an interview process where you talk to me and I talk to you to see if it's a good fit. So if that's something you're interested in, please, like I said, I don't think this will be available very long. I only have 20 places, and it is co-ed. I do have couples coming on this trip, and I also have singles. So if you are even wanting to solo travel, we can accommodate couples, singles, groups of friends, whatever works for you. But understand this is a powerful journey of activation codes. So nothing better than Taurus New Moon to commit to something of this kind of potency. And maybe that isn't what you're looking for, but I will definitely 100% encourage you to commit on this special new moon, this Taurus supermoon. Commit to some kind of sacred practice. I'm committing to a deeper meditation practice. And yes, you know, I already meditate quite a bit, but I'm giving a deeper, more profound meditation practice a commitment. That's my sacred commitment. And in the comments, let me know what your sacred commitment is. What kind of commitment are you making to yourself, your soul, and your journey? And in the meantime, just remember, live magic.